Okay, Mr. Decker back in here. Topic 1, political. Owens versus Mcdonald. Well, I decided I wanted to vote for Owens. They are the Republican candidate, which I guess that makes sense considering that what Democrat versus Republican represent at this time. I tripped on a rock. There's a rock. Tripped on it. Okay. Let's see. So, this hike has got more people on it than I expected. My bad. I guess. We got some really nice views of the neighborhood around here. And of a mining site. I don't know what they're digging out there, but they're digging. Let's see. Whee! Zooming in. See? Ain't that great? Ooh, slipping in. Okay. So, I caught people. Oh, I'm zoomed in still. That was probably not the greatest, huh? That's a nice looking house. Circular tower. Hill up here. Hike is actually flat, so I don't think I'm going to end up going up the hill. Oh well. So, I'm going to end up voting Owens over Mcdonald. That's funny. Because, I mean, they're unaffiliated, but they apparently really closely relate to Democrat. And he's McCollins, and then you have McDonald's for so Senate McCollins. McDonald for House, whatever. So I'm hoping, where are we going with this? Right, I was looking over the candidate information this morning. I really need to write this stuff down instead of trying to remember it off the top of my head. There was a lot. I've noticed the ones already in power tend to have a lot more that they're talking about on their website. Different topics. There's a lot more of them. There's not just one or two, right? And so I found that interesting. And then, so I found that the Democrat side doesn't cover guns at all. There's no points. They don't mention anything about guns on their website. Whether they're pro Second Amendment, against Second Amendment. It's Democrat, and historically Democrat is against Second Amendment. So there's that. Like, what's not stated can be implied, you know? Right? Whereas I found on, so I can imply or suppose, using the missing information and the common Democrat position on it, that they're not pro-gun. They're not pro-Second Amendment. Whereas there's Second Amendment mentions on Owens' website about how he was against, sent a letter to Joe. I'm not really liking this part because it just sent a letter. What does that do? I just read the letter and blah. Whatever, you know. Where am I? I'm at 4 minutes. Okay. I'm trying to keep it to a more closer to 5-minute timetable today, because afterwards I'm going to a D&D game. It's usually on Sundays. Moved it to Saturday because players are busy Sunday, but available this Saturday. So that's what we're doing. Okay. So there's that. I've noticed there was that recent thing with the Visa and other card carriers, other card companies wanting to make gun transactions stand out, and that is that would make a way of keeping track of who's buying guns and who's not buying guns, and we don't want that. So he did send a letter to that. It sends a letter to Biden, blah, blah, blah letters. They seem to co-author a lot of, send these unused COVID relief funds to causes like schools. He had a statement about trying to bring the best teachers to work in the schools. He kind of strengthened, I think they both said statements about strengthening the public school system, but in different ways. Don't like that. Strengthening the private school system. I am school choice. But I don't really see one way or the other from either of them. So that's that. I haven't watched a debate about it yet, so I'm gonna go Owens. Surprise, surprise. Other thing I should note, I heard after I recorded the last video that Donald Trump endorsed, and this is the Senate, not the House stuff. Donald Trump endorsed Mike Lee, right? And Mitt Romney endorsed McCullen. And even though I had already made my decision, of course, at the end of the video, that like cemented it, right? I'm not going to change my mind because I don't really care who Donald Trump endorses. I liked him as a president. I liked what happened under him in the economic way, how it went, and the exposure to a lot of the bad things going on with our political entities in the country and the news that kind of got exposed because, well, they were so mad about it they couldn't really hide how they felt and what they thought. But I don't really care who he likes and who he doesn't like, because he has apparently liked some very terrible people. Thought they were good people, and I don't really care. But I do care who Mitt Romney likes, because guess what? I don't like Mitt Romney. So I don't want anybody he supports, because I don't like Mitt Romney and the way he's been and all this stuff. And in fact, there was a time earlier this year where I was like, maybe I could run for Senate. I am old enough, but I don't have the political clout to do that, and don't have signatures and a network of people who would vote for me, so that's not gonna happen. But I had thought about it, and I was like, I would love to run in 2024 and get rid of Mitt Romney and take his place, because I don't like him. Don't like the way he votes. And that. So that's topic one. Question for topic one: who are you gonna vote for? If you're in the area, who would you vote for? Owens or McDonald? Okay. Deck her out. On to topic two.